Then why were you in that motel?
Because that's where I live now.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for TV's worst plot twists, all of which did nothing for their show's characters or narratives. Warning that even though these twists didn't affect the plot as much as we'd have liked, they can still be pretty major spoilers.
Can't let you have her, I'm afraid. She really does love you, you know.
Number 10, Emma gets cold feet. Glee. Getting Married Today is an impressive performance, and the best musical number Jayma Mays gets during her time on Glee. But that doesn't change the fact that this plot twist was totally unnecessary.
With a nothing wanna kill me, which you should, so thanks a bunch, but I'm not getting married. Go have lunch, cause I'm not getting married. You've been grand, but I'm not getting married. Don't just stand there, I'm not getting married. And don't tell Will, but I'm not getting married today.
Will and Emma's will they won't they relationship is a central part of Glee's earliest seasons, and by season 4 it seems they're finally ready to make things official. That is, until Emma unexpectedly runs from their wedding. She attributes her split-second decision to feeling disconnected from Will after his trip to DC.
So you're freaking out because the man you're about to marry parades back into town and you don't feel like you know him anymore.
The pair decide to commit to getting to know each other all over again, but many were disappointed that this turn didn't lead to more development for the couple, especially as they got their redo wedding in the season's finale.
I know that you and I are meant to be together. You are my hero, you are my one true love, you are my inspiration.
Number 9, The Mother Dies. How I Met Your Mother. Long before Game of Thrones disappointed fans with The Iron Throne, How I Met Your Mother made some similarly controversial choices in its 2-part finale, Last Forever. The episodes tackle what had been promised by the series from its first title drop 9 years earlier, how Ted met the mother of his children.
Kids, I'm gonna tell you an incredible story. The story of how I met your mother.
While it delivers on that promise, it also throws in a big curveball. In the show's modern day, the mother is dead.
And I carried it with me when she got sick. Even then, in what can only be called the worst of times, all I could do was thank God.
Fans barely had time to process the reveal before Ted and Robin unexpectedly became an endgame pair, adding insult to injury. The moment was so universally maligned that an alternate ending was edited for the season's DVD release, undoing the twists for a considerably safer final sequence.
See? Easy. And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
Number 8, Harvey Dent is not Two-Face. Gotham. Part of the fun of a prequel is knowing what lies ahead for a character.
You call heads or tails. You lose, you go to jail. You win, we let you go.
Every one of their actions is influenced not only by their past, but by their predetermined fate. So when Harvey Dent made an appearance in Gotham, fans naturally expected his arc to lead up to his inevitable turn towards evil as the villainous Two-Face.
I'm sorry, Harvey. No, you're not.
Except it didn't. After appearing in just 8 episodes, Harvey exited the series without the development of his not-so-secret identity. Executive producer John Stevens claimed that this was because Dent typically doesn't become Two-Face until after Bruce Wayne becomes Batman, but we're not buying it.
And you have no idea who or what you're even dealing with.
Threaten me! I will rip you open.
After manipulating so many other villain origins to fit Gotham lore, it seems unlikely the show couldn't have found a place for the character. Number 7, the Laurie plotline. Euphoria. After focusing on Rue's threat to herself in its first season, Season 2 of Euphoria introduces a new terrifying external threat in the form of Laurie.
Mouse ain't gonna be coming around no more.
Why's that?
Cause I didn't like the way he did business.
Rue convinces the dealer to lend her product to begin selling, hoping to score free drugs in the process. Unfortunately, the $10,000 exchange comes with a pretty hefty warning.
Rue, if you screw me, I'll have you kidnapped and sold to some real sick people. I always find a way to make my money back.
When Rue's mother disposes of the drugs, the teen's reaction is fueled not only by dependency, but fear. And then, nothing really happens. Of course, there's that spine-chilling bathroom scene and the attempted kidnapping that follows, but after that, Laurie makes no attempts to follow through on her threat. We We know there's more episodes to come, but we'd be surprised if this particular plotline was followed up in a satisfying way.
Listen, I appreciate you coming here with all this jewelry and stuff, but you're gonna have to pay the whole thing in cash. This isn't a pawn shop.
Number 6. Toby is part of the A-Team. Pretty Little Liars. Shocking reveals are so commonplace in Pretty Little Liars that it's almost more surprising when an episode doesn't have one.
I'll see you soon.
With so many twists, it's no surprise that some just don't work. One of these ill-advised bombshells is the reveal that Spencer's boyfriend, Toby, is part of the A-Team.
Spencer. How long have you known?
For those unfamiliar with the show, this means that he was working with a group of people to terrorize his girlfriend and her friends, sometimes even forcing them into near-death experiences. This logically should have made him a villainous character, or at least caused a more long-lasting rift in his relationship with Spencer, but it's all excused as him keeping her safe.
And you let me believe that you were dead?
Everything I've done so I could protect you.
If this is what protection looks like, she probably would have been better off without it. Number 5. Libby was in the psych ward with Hurley. Lost.
I'm sick.
What? What's wrong?
Never mind.
When a plot twist is forgotten or discarded, it's often the fault of poor planning. That was not the case for this lost twist.
But this isn't like you.
Like me. You don't know me.
I was starting to.
During a flashback in the show's second season, a deliberate pan of the camera reveals that Libby was a patient at the same psychiatric hospital as Hurley prior to the events of the show. Apparently, Libby's backstory was planned to be explored in future seasons, presumably explaining this shocking reveal. But actress Cynthia Watros became too busy following the 2007 to 2008 writers' strike. With no one to act the part, the writers were stuck, and Libby was left as one of the only main characters to not get a dedicated flashback episode.
It's just being here with you feels so familiar. It's like a date we never had.
Number 4. Clark kills Bellamy. The 100.
I really hope this new thing you believe in is worth it.
It is.
The relationship between Clark and Bellamy was one of the driving forces of The 100, so when Bellamy ultimately met his maker at Clark's hands, fans were understandably conflicted. By the show's 7th season, Bellamy has completely devoted himself to the Bardoans, making an enemy out of the people he once considered his best friends.
I know how hard this is on you, son. Believing in something with all your heart that the people you love don't understand.
It's no surprise that his turn sealed his fate, but dying over a sketchbook, which Clark doesn't even make an attempt to retrieve after killing him, just feels wrong. Not to mention, Clark only killed Bellamy in the hopes that it would save Maddie, and as we learn just 2 episodes later, that was a hopeless endeavour.
Maddie? Something's wrong.
So, what was the point? Number 3. Sam is unhoused. Glee.
This is everything you own?
We sold everything else.
When Sam is caught meeting with Quinn and Kurt at a motel in Glee's 2nd season, it initially appears he might be carrying out some intimate matters. But when Finn and Rachel begin investigating, they quickly learn their assumptions cannot be further from the truth.
Shut up! Look, I'm not messing around with Quinn or Kurt or any one of those guys. They're just helping me.
It's revealed that Sam's family have been living in the motel for months after his dad was let go in the recession. The twist is a pretty heavy one for Glee, which might explain why the writers were so quick to sweep it under the rug.
You know, when the bank takes your house, they literally take it. They come by one morning and kick you out of your own house. Just lock you out.
Sam's situation is briefly acknowledged again in the show's following season when his family moves into a new home, but this plot development is forgotten just as quickly. Number 2. Freddy's death. Skins. As far as teen series go, Skins is pretty dark, so when we say that this plot twist was cruel, even for Skins, we truly mean it.
Why don't you tell me about that?
Why that?
Why not the good stuff?
Because I'm not interested in it.
In the show's 4th season, Effie begins to have episodes of psychosis, which are worsened by her depression. This eventually leads to her hospitalization, where she is put under the care of the abusive Dr. Foster.
This is a safe place. Peaceful. Away from everyone and everything.
The old man obsesses over her, compelling her to forget her friends and old life before killing her then boyfriend, Freddie McClare. While Foster is confronted about the murder in the season's finale, afterwards, the show acts as if nothing of note happened.
You did something to my friend.
This is wasting time.
Neither Effie nor Freddie's family are ever told about how he died, or if they are, we certainly never see it. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Charlie and Dee hook up. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This awkward hookup could have completely changed the gang's dynamic. Oops!
Just kidding.
Boyle's food truck, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Boyle's dream goes up in flames, and he instantly gives up.
Oh God, my truck! This truck was my baby!
All right, look, Charles, I know you're upset, but maybe there's a silver lining here. I mean, you had insurance, right?
Yeah, I already called them.
So maybe you'll get some money for this and you can pay off your debts, starting with Amy. I'm sorry, that was selfish. Forget I said it. You can pay off your debts starting with Amy.
Rachel and Joey's relationship. Friends. They somehow immediately go back to business as usual after this brief romance.
Seriously, good night.
Stop saying good night.
Okay.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Doctor's Daughter. Doctor Who.
Well, she's my daughter.
Hello, Dad.
As the actual daughter of 5th Doctor actor Peter Davison, this character was an unexpectedly meta addition to Doctor Who's extended cast. Dubbed Jenny by the Doctor's companion Donna, the cloned soldier learns enough about her new dad over the course of the episode to justify sacrificing herself for him in its second half.
No!
Her apparent death is an emotional moment, somewhat cheapened by her pseudo-regeneration in the episode's final moments. Full of energy, she leaps into a shuttle and announces her plan to explore the universe, and then is never seen again.
Planets to save, civilizations to rescue, creatures to defeat. And an awful lot of running to do.
Sure, we can imagine Jenny is out saving the world without it being shown on screen, but why resurrect such an interesting character if you don't plan to do anything with her? What are some plot twists you could have done without? Let us know in the comments.
I know who I am.
No, you don't. You never have. Your life has been hidden from you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.